Well, he's right. So let me give you a fast and easy tutorial on how to install this. First of all, security reasons, go with a VM or virtual machine box. What we do in this case? Pretty simple. We go to virtualbox.org and we download the latest and greatest VirtualBox machine. For this one, since I'm on a Windows PC, we're going to be using a simple Windows host installation download. After installing the VM, we're going to need to install an ISO Windows 11 image disk. The link is down below so you can download it quick. After we've set up the VirtualBox machine, what we do is basically go and install. So we press here a new VirtualBox and then we place in the virtual machine name. We put in the VMs folder and we select the ISO image that we just downloaded from Windows. And then we make sure to uncheck the proceed with unattended installation because we want to do this manually when we get into the VBox. Before launching the VM on Windows 11, we have to go into the settings and we go into the system settings. And for this specific version, for some reason, there's a bug. If you put in odd numbers on your CPU cores, processor cores, it will work. However, if you put even numbers, it will not work. So for this case, I've used only 3 CPU cores just in case. Also, make sure to crank up the video memory as much as possible just to have a seamless experience. What you can do is put it on 128 or 256 megabytes. Once that's done, we can just launch it into Windows, go into PowerShell, run it as admin so we can run commands as a root. And then what I have done for this specific video is for Windows, you will need a lot of dependencies and Clawdbot will not work with one single line as it's shown on their website right here. So what you need to do is I've compiled a PowerShell command that installs Git, installs Node.js, and installs Clawdbot in one go. You can check this, you can read this, it's completely safe. You can review it's your own. You can also copy it from screen right here, but you can just paste this command and then it will install all dependencies as you can see. Once that is installed, you will need to refresh the PowerShell to run npm. So what you do is just close it, run it up as admin again, and then you can run the npm install Clawdbot. After that's done, we need to refresh the PowerShell again to run Clawdbot. Now, if we go and type in Clawdbot on board, what we'll get is that, first of all, we understand this is risky. We're gonna be choosing our model or our AI model that we wanna use. We can use messaging tools to connect with chatting from your phone, and basically you can learn skills. There's a ton of skills that you can learn Claude to use, either password manager, Chrome browsing, Brave browsing, whatever. It's up to you. You should go into docs and read more. Now, Clawdbot, how it works, it's that it basically runs in a port. So it opens a local server from your device. It opens a port and also with an authentication code, which you can find here in the terminal. As you can see, you can log in and then you will be presented with the, it says sort of UI to be able to access Clawdbot. You can find the code here, so it should be the link, the port, and also the token. There's also, let me just pause you right here. There's a major security flaw regarding this code. A lot of people now using Clawdbot, also using it in VPSs, which you can do instead of VM, is that they are opening this port, every single one. And that's a flaw because this port might have a vulnerability and it is critical. So what you should do is that it should be a private IP address. And also in that instance, let's say you run it into a VPS. What you can do is simply ask Clawdbot to fix itself for security measures so it's not accessible by everyone, and also fix the port vulnerability or change the port to not use the same port as everyone else is doing. That's the easiest way possible. Now, in this instance, we can see that in the local port, the UI is perfectly nice. There's a lot of settings. Now, the goal is to start in this initial phase. You've installed Clawdbot. Now it's time to play. You can start playing around with different type of skills, different type of AI agents. For this specific one, I recommend using Claude or OpenAI. And for Claude, use Sonnet 4.4. Don't use the Opus 4.4 because it's going to drain your API keys. Right now, it's not that much optimized to be able to use tokens efficiently, and you will burn through them. So at least use Sonnet 4.5. It's good enough, and it will also use probably 5-10% of the tokens that it usually does with Opus 4.5. Let's jump into MacBooks or just macOS. It's not like Windows, you don't need dependencies because everything can be installed with one single line of code, which is this one, the curl command, and the Clawdbot installation command. Basically, just wait 2 to 3 minutes until everything is installed. The setup is going to be pretty much the same as in Windows. You're going to choose your AI provider, and for that, you need your API keys. To get the API keys for either ChatGPT or Claude, you just go in Google and you should go into login into the API dashboards of both. Also, the platform, the dashboard of Claude API, you should put some money in so you're able to use the API, and then you can go on. Also, as we can see, Control UI right here, we can see our token and our link and the same port. As I said, make sure to fix this because it can be an issue in the longer term because everyone is opening the same ports at the same IPs. And if you're doing this in a VPS, that IP can be public. So do not do that. Please check security docs or also just ask Claude. Say to it, okay, this port is being opened by everyone, fix it. And now we can start playing. So now I have installed Clawdbot into your Windows machine or either MacBook OS and either macOS. As I've recommended, never run this in your personal computer. It's basically a Trojan that uses different AI LLMs. Why? Because it can access your computer. It does have shell access, it does have root access, it has access on everything. It's time to play, it's not FOMO, it's just that you have to be aware of this. Try and see your day-to-day tasks and try to automate them using Clawdbot. If you have any different type of request of what you would like to see in terms of your job being automated, let me know and I can see if I can build it for you and then we can showcase it in a video together. It's pretty simple, so that's all about it.